ton of the top players agree that Tempo Mage is one of the best decks in Hearthstone. But what happens if we add some dragons into the mix? The reason I bring up this question is because I saw a very interesting take on this archetype posted by BabyBear. And the reason why I'm calling it interesting is because it's all about them dragons. She actually used this deck in order to climb to Legend with a 16-3 record, so that by itself is already impressive. But the more impressive thing is that this is the very first time that I'm seeing cards like Cobalt Spellkin and Azure Explorer being hard run in the deck. And you also have cards like Malagos, the aspect of magic, which aside from like Highlander Mage, we really haven't seen many ways of this card being utilized. So I just thought this is a very interesting take on the list, and it's actually a lot more powerful than I originally gave it credit for. It took me a minute to get used to this deck because I would say that you have to play a little bit more mid-range than you would originally assume, like the other versions of Tempo Mage. There are the games where, you know, you just play your Phoenixes and you can maybe rush down your opponent if you have the right card draw. But this deck really specializes in having a lot of utility, and like something else that's pretty impressive about this deck as well that you may have overlooked is the Arcane Watcher in the deck. So there are a lot of situations to where you can go aggressive, but if you don't have those kind of strategies already available in your hand in order to, you know, just go for tempo, then sometimes you have to go for a little bit more of a delay strategy while you build up your army of spell damage, because when you can suddenly throw down your Azure Explorer into like Arcane Explosion or something like that, then it's really easy to turn the tides in your favor. I personally had a lot of fun with this deck, so I'll be sure to leave a couple of clips for you guys to let me know what you guys think on the power level of this deck. Because I don't necessarily think this is 100% better than Tempo Mage just straight up, but I believe that if you're looking for a way to make your Tempo Mage a little bit greedier and you don't want to run cards like Cyclone, this might be a different way to catch your opponent off guard, because sometimes the random dragons off Azure Explorer really can make all the difference. But I hope you guys enjoy this take on Tempo Mage. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like this video if you want to see more deck lists just like this. And speaking of deck lists, the code is down below in the description for anyone who wants to try out this archetype. And as always, we stream at twitch.tv/ClarkHellScream if you ever want to catch these clips live. And huge shout out to BabyBear for this awesome take on Dragon Burn Mage. Her links will be down in the description as well. I hope you guys enjoy burning down your opponent with dragons the old-fashioned way. We'll see you for the next video.
Wrong side, Jaina.
Okay, so like right here, for example. Last time I literally kept this. It didn't help me against the rogue. But against Mage, that's a different story. I still think I need to get rid of everything because Arcane Watcher should just put me ahead, right? I've also got coins, so like Firebrand would also be good, which we just got. We could just literally go for the turn 5 Raz yet again, or actually we could go for a turn 4 Raz. That might be better. I put the deck list in Discord for you if you're curious. Okay, let me take a look-see here. I think we just yeah, we just sit tight. We don't need to kill that. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, okay, so this is the infinite value priest. Why don't you run 2 Sethics? Why are we only running 1 Vel Reaver? That feels like we should definitely be running both of them. Okay, so him playing this is actually kind of bad because now I'm about to play mine and then we're about to coin our Raz on turn 4. So this is about to be disgusting. I don't know if you need mind control, to be honest. I think the mind control is the only thing I don't like about this deck. Having a second Sethic seems really important to me. At the same time, this is a Galakron deck. I've seen a deck that's very, very similar to this, and it doesn't run the Shield of Galakrons. It just runs the Death Invoke card. But yeah, this is probably like a good deck to start climbing with. All right, so we're just gonna do this to get on the board. I don't care about this minion. Okay, so much scuffed because of the collection restrictions. Got ya. I don't own a second Sethic. I would definitely craft one if you're wanting to play Priest. The Death Invoke is something I don't have either. Oh yeah, it's a rare, isn't it? I often forget that the Galakron cards don't come in a package like the Like some of, because well, I mean, unless you get one of the Galakron decks as like a pre-build, because then all of a sudden you have all those core cards that are neutral. Did I make this? No, BabyBear is the one that made this, which is why I refer to it as Bear Dragon. Although currently I am 0-3 with it, so I'm either playing it terribly wrong, or I'm just, you know, bad. But at the same time, we just lost to a weapon rogue, so we're probably just getting unlucky. Who knows? But how's it going, Mansion? Thanks for stopping on by. Sup, you drunk? Good info, and yeah, I have like no dust, so I really only have OTK Demon Hunter, and then I can only use budget decks. Okay, well here's a deck I would, you know, actually recommend getting, because Raz and Jandis are both gonna be cards that are gonna be good in the next rotation, unless for some reason they screw up everything. I don't know if they're ever gonna be able to like they're gonna have to wait another year for sure for these cards to rotate out, right? Regardless of what happens, unless they get put into like the core set, which I really don't think any of them will. Maybe Jandis. Jandis seems like a good 5-drop, but that seems like a pretty big power creep. Is Sethek still going to be in standard post-rotation? I don't think so. When did Sethek come out? Hold on a minute. That was that Descent of Dragons when that card came out? I actually don't remember. If it is, I'll probably craft one. Yeah, I would say that it's probably still a safe craft. Okay, so this is dealing 4, and now it's about to deal 5. Sure. It's a dragon, so it technically counts towards this. So yeah, now we deal 5 to him in the face and the board. This is why Raz, good card. And this is also a reason why I like the inclusion of the Azure Explorers. Okay, so I have to worry about Ward? Flame Ward? So if that happens, I lose my spell damage. So I should test for, okay, yeah, it's definitely Flame Ward. He would have probably like pinged, actually ping the 1/1 doesn't make any sense here. So let's see, this is dealing 5, this is 7, so let's do this. And nothing triggered. God, this is dealing 7. Oh wait, so we can kill this off. Doesn't matter what we pick, we have lethal. Hit him in the face. Hit him in the face. Raz win the game. Boom! Did you guys see that immediately? Because if you didn't see that immediately, you don't understand the full power of this deck. There's a lot of interesting plays like that you have to be able to identify. And yeah, this deck is cool. And animators are one thing in particular that I always value as a consumer of entertainment. Because it's slowly dying out, man. Like, the process of animation is the most tedious, the most time-consuming, and you need the most amount of resources in order to make it possible. So that's just always something I like to think about whenever I consume media. I always want to support animators, because they go through hell. They really go through hell in order to produce the content they go through. Well, this is bad. I'm like a Murloc War Leader away from tilted. Yeah, dude, animation takes a lot of time. Like, people often reference Cuphead when you want to like talk about like a game or like some form of media where animation was done 100% for the entire thing. And that game's release date, got pushed back like what, 2 or 3 times? Like, you want to talk about Cyberpunk, talk about that game. All right, come on, I need some options here. I have nothing I can play. This is my hell. My deck of like primarily 1 through 2 drops is only giving me 4 through 5s. Amazing. Yeah, dude, you need so many people involved that are like that have the consistent skill of an animator, and that itself is very difficult. All right, so I'm getting screwed by Murloc Paladin. I think I just need to play Control Priest and just dunk on these guys. Or maybe I can just find some spells this way. This deck not running Sorcerer's Apprentice, I feel like, is what limits me a lot. You have to take it like a different way. Oh wait, Combustion could be really good later. Okay, so I have the Raz enabled next turn. But he's probably gonna kill this off, because why wouldn't you? But I've got the Combustion and Blood Mage next turn if I need like a removal turn. Any tips for grinding ladder? It could be so tedious sometimes. You need to play a deck that you enjoy. That's like the #1 thing that I can suggest to you. If there's not a deck that you enjoy, it's really hard to climb ladder. But if your goal is to climb ladder, you have to find something that you enjoy in the game. So #1, play a deck that you enjoy. #2, play a deck that you understand. Just because a deck performs well doesn't mean that you know the intricacies in order to identify the plays that are very crucial to make in order to win games that have a breaking point. You need to know your windows, you need to know your win cons, you need to know why the deck wins, not just how it wins. And that may sound like very simple, but in application, it's a very hard skill to learn. Because it requires a lot of foresight. At least in my opinion, it does. Let's see. Combustion. This is not enough unless I sacrifice the minion. But if I do that, I could maybe set up the Raz next turn. I could go for a Jandis. I really don't even know what the play is here. I feel like removing that is important. That's like my whole turn. If I literally play Combustion, that's my whole turn. I would have to play Blood Mage with it. Raz into this is not enough. It's only 4. What if we just play Jandis? Jandis, set up the Combustion next turn. I think I like that more. Because then we also have the Azure Explorer to go with it. It just seems better. Alright. Nice taunt minion. Do I trade here? I don't think I do. But what if he heals? He would heal it first anyway, so yeah, we don't do that. How do I feel about Spellkin compared to the 6-drop Dragon 4/9 that also gives you 2 spells? Spellkin is better because it gives you specific cards. And you can also play it earlier. The body is not even important. It's what the specific spells that it gives you. Because if I remember, the Onyx Mage Scribe gives you class cards, right? There are a lot more 1-mana mage spells that are just good. Ray of Frost, Arcane Breath, Arcane Missiles, Magic Trick. Like, there are so many really good 1-drops, and that's not even half of them, dude. There's also the Devolving Missiles. That's another really good one. There are just a lot of really good 1-drop spells for Mage specifically. I just net deck and play whatever deck I want, even if I lose. I mean, there you go, man. Anything that you enjoy. You need to enjoy the deck that you're playing. That's always my biggest piece of advice. Okay, so I have a few options here. I think I could play Raz into Blood Mage and feel safe about that play unless he has like a Broom turn, but he just played Broom. So, if I can get away with this Raz turn, I can deal a lot more damage next turn with the double Azure play. I think that's the out. Alright. So, he just played Broom. I feel confident that this minion is going to stick unless he's really lucky. I used to do that when I first started playing this game back in 2017. I mean, you got a net deck in order to know what's good if you're not like actively trying to test the meta yourself. Because if you play like 10 games, no matter what meta you're playing, you're gonna see what people are thinking is good. Like, and also, damn it, oh, damn it, no, my turn. No, how dare you? That hurts me. Okay, well I guess now I have a Cobalt Spellkin turn. But as I was saying, like, if you play like 10 games, no matter what region, no matter what meta, you gotta figure out pretty quickly what works and what doesn't. Like, I'm playing on Asia right now, and the only things I've been seeing are warriors and priests. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Most of my games have been against warrior. And like the people are actually playing the decks competently. I'm going against Golden Heroes. But I've also got like a 70% win rate. I should be going up against Golden Heroes. I'm glad the game is smart enough to pick up on that. Alright, what do I even do here? Playing Arcane Missiles feels kind of like a waste. If I play this, he just trades.
All in due time.
I think no matter what, I'm gonna get disrespected. So maybe I go for like a cheese out, like a Diwali Missiles or something. This also works to kill that.
Works against me.
Okay, so as you're exploring the Combustion, seems like a good turn. If I can't just commit the Arcane Watcher. It's more fun to make my own deck. See, I would love to do that, but I'm somebody that wants to... I mean, I want to win, obviously. Whenever I play a deck, the goal is to win. Not just to, like, you know, win... not just to, like, play for fun. Like, I always want to make a deck that could be somewhat competitively viable in some capacity. Because nobody just wants to play a deck that is just, you know, oh yeah, I'm never aiming to win. Like, unless you have, like, a very specific goal in mind, like you're trying to test an interaction, or you're trying to set off, like, a specific meme, then it just doesn't work as easy. Okay, so, bam into bam bam works like a charm. Taunt seems like a good idea. Just gonna go ahead and fire this because next turn the fireball already deals already deals 8. So if I top deck any more damage, then I just have the pain lethal regardless of the spell damage. But if he does kill this, like I still have ways of finding lethal. Nah. It's okay. No broom and we're fine. Any tips for knowing when you should face versus clearing a board? It takes a little bit of foresight, but the biggest thing that I could recommend to new players whenever you're trying to figure out if you're playing too defensively or not is to try and apply the clock game theory, which essentially what it means is how many turns does it take for my opponent to kill me? So like right now, my opponent has a 10-10. You're probably thinking, I should probably kill that. Which, you know, we might actually have to take the turn here because, good lord, we have a lot of spell damage. Hold on a second. So if I pain play this, do that, it puts it at 6. But I also just want to kill him. But I can't. But it's so perfect for the combustion. But what is this secret?
You've got me fired up.
Snipe, don't care about it. Wait, what drop is this? An 8 drop? I should just take the Nova and thank the Hearthstone gods for blessing me with such great RNG. Because now I can do this. I get a 6/6. I have another taunt minion. This looks really good. And also, he can't steal the taunt minion. He can steal the 6/6, but that doesn't matter unless Broom comes down. But yeah, there's the clock game theory to where you count like how much damage your opponent has in your HP, and you pretty much think, okay, if I don't remove this board, how many turns until I am dead? And usually if it's like 1 or 2 or like sometimes 3, depending if it's like really, really early in the game, you take the removal. But it's also about knowing what are you doing to put yourself ahead. Are you already ahead? Are you behind? Do you need to put your, like, it's about knowing the situation at hand and knowing what it can evolve into. So if you're playing like against a zoo, for example, and they have like 1 or 2 minions, maybe playing for like a removal turn isn't as crucial if they're just little minions and they're gonna build up another board anyway. Maybe instead of playing your, maybe instead of playing the Arcane Explosion as early as I could have, versus saving it for later, it'll have a better effect if I, get more value out of it. But you also gotta know if your opponent's gonna pressure you and not gonna care if you move the board every single turn.
Move quickly.
Ping Dragon Fireball, Fireball 10 damage. Yeah, but those cards can only have been used on minions, so the Fireball staying in hand just seems to be a priority. Oh wow, okay, so he's clearing. I still don't have it, do I? I still don't think I have it. Let's see, this is oh no, that's enough. That's enough. That's lethal. That's... See, if we would have used the fireball, we wouldn't have had lethal here. Alright, there we go. This deck's pulling through. Nice. Alright, well, I had a bad start with this deck. I had a bad first impression, but now starting to see the you know, the synergies, and I'm starting to like it. Okay, I feel like Paladin should be a good matchup for this deck. Because they think that you're spell damage at first, and then suddenly you whip out a bunch of dragons, and they're like, wait, what happened? I used my removal, and it's like, yeah, you kind of did, didn't you? Alright, I would love to keep a Frostbolt, but it doesn't seem like a good keep. Alright, that's a pretty good start. Having initiation against the Paladin is like kind of number one in this matchup, I would say. Because like they play a minion, you kind of need to deal with it. Or have like a way you're going to be able to deal with it in the future. And by the future, I mean like pretty much next turn. I think we just go all in for aggro strategy right now. What if this is like Ramp Paladin with really bad draw? They kept 3 cards though. There's no, yeah, it's no way it's Ramp Paladin.
You fight me.
Usually I don't like going for a tempo Firebrand play, but against a Paladin in particular, if it was pure Paladin, I wouldn't do this, but they have no way of dealing 4 damage on turn 3. So they play something, I play Fireball, I have all these minions that hit face, and hopefully deal with whatever he plays. So this is suddenly this deck taking a tempo turn, which is something you need to do. You need to be able to play for tempo in this deck. Like, what can he play that would be really upsetting for me? Something that deals 4 damage for at least 4 mana. Like, True Silver is the obvious answer, but no one plays that anymore. Would it be too greedy to fit a Doom Sculptor into this? Absolutely. Doom Sculptor, it's... Okay, so, like, there's RNG that you can kind of dictate. Like this, for example. You're only getting 1-cost cards out of this. And unless you get, like, a Twin Spell when you have, like, 1 mana left over, maybe that's the unlucky situation. Oh, wait. Oh, he killed the lab. Wait, this was a bad move. This was a terrible move. I could have even gotten away with like an Azure Explorer turn there, but I like the idea of just keeping the board completely empty. I'm gonna have to trade here and I have a 3-1 left over.
Do try to keep yourself alive.
Oh my god, imagine being this desperate. Good lord. Well, I guess goodbye. Guess, you know, draw's always good. Good lord, dude. Imagine being that desperate. Yo, Ulticom, what's going on, dude? Thanks for stopping on by. Talk about True Silver. Is there a 4-2 that Eclipse True Silver? I see that a lot. Yeah, but that's only in Pure Paladin, and he played Loot Order as his very first minion, so we didn't have to worry about that. All right, Devolving Missiles. Pretty please.
A simple spell.
All right, we tried and we failed, and that kind of upsets me. So now I have to kill that? No fair. Watch me find Devolving Missiles out of this. Rolling Fireball served me well against Paladin last time. This is way too greedy. Way too greedy. These minions are dying anyway. We can't go for it. Poor dragon. He just wanted a chance to prove himself. Yeah, Doom Sculptor is definitely way too greedy though. You can't dictate the RNG, and this meta, it's a scam meta. You have to be able to deal with large amounts of tempo all at once. And in a deck like that, you're finding answers, and the answers that you're getting aren't even that useful. Bring it back a Barab though.
I do love
Oh man.
study session.
Okay, so Astromancer into Rolling Fireball actually does it. Because it kills Barav. Wait, no it doesn't actually. Hold on a minute. Because he would deal 2 to this. I would still need to fit in a ping. I did this. No. I want to play Rolling Fireball here, but it doesn't fully clear. Like, not without Arcane Missiles RNG. So I guess I could just go for a Learn Draconic play then. Deals 1 damage perfectly. And they'll deal 1 damage this way. Because of the Barav. Oh wait, I should have attacked first. Oops, we lost the damage, whatever. We could have lost more than that, but it's fine. I hate Libroom Paladins. I think Libroom Paladin is a fine deck. It's a deck that really is dependent on the player knowing how to pilot the deck successfully. But I can understand where people's frustrations can come from. Especially with, you know, literally Penflinger coming down over and over and over again. I imagine that Deck Tracker also hates the card.
Reporting for duty.
Yep. Maybe play coin. Yeah, I definitely just use 1 missiles with it. 100% was the correct play. This into this is a nice clear, but then I like float so much mana. I could do like this into like, I don't know. Doesn't really feel that good either. Fine. This could actually get the Solarian shuffled into my deck, and if it dies, then I could draw on turn 9. So suddenly we're going for that out. And fuck it, we'll even use the Frostbolt while we're at it because we're summoning 6/6. That seems like a good idea as well. Alright. Get him. We can maybe win this game next turn. Because Big Ol' Whelp into Fireball also does it. Alright, yeah, give me Astromancer. That's another way to win. Ah. Why didn't you go face?
I do love
That was see, like, that's something I like about this deck. There's a lot of little intricacies like that, which not gonna matter probably in this game, 1 damage. But there are some games where it does matter. And there's a lot of situations where people don't realize that they're screwing up like that. Very sad. I thought this game was in our favor. What happened? What happened? This took a very unfortunate turn. Oh, there's the Solarian, just a little bit behind. Alright, well. Solarian in the puzzle boxes, let's go. I want at least 1 box. Wasn't that a thick dagger? Yes, yes, dude. The poison combo with Vorax and Genie. You literally use 2 cards that nobody has thought of in years for a pretty sick combo. 5 puzzle boxes, let's go. That's very optimistic. I will let you be optimistic, but I think 1 puzzle box is more than enough. Although if this wants to, you know, do something even better, let's go, man. Come on. Get me out of this, Solarian. I believe in you. You're at 9 mana, but you're still the best in my heart. What happened? I think did he die? I think he died. I can't play Arcane Missiles. Oh my god, a box! What happened? 2, 3. Okay, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He literally died. He's dead. GG. Solarian's still good, I believed. What's the next card? It has to be damage. I can't do anything. I can't even play the Arcane Missiles. Ha ha! Woo-hoo-hoo! It's still going and it still gave me 8/8s, man. Oh my god. Let's go. We literally, like, we called it, so our opponent can't be mad. We literally said, here goes the box. I literally asked for 1 box and it actually happened. Let's go.